friends, family, and confused teenagers who fell too deep down the YouTube rabbit hole.
We're No Budget News, Chicago's premier news program filmed from inside a 21-year-old art school student's apartment. And yes, we do take that title very seriously.
Now, No Budget News started as an idea that Jared and I created while at Second City. And like any terrible spin-off, we decided to dive headfirst into it, without considering if anybody wanted it.
Now, if you watch this entire episode of No Budget News, we can promise that 3 things will happen to you. 1, you'll learn a little bit more about this great city that we call home.
2, you might pick up a fact or two that you can share at your next social gathering, whenever that will be.
And 3, at worst, you're cutting out 20 minutes of your soul-crushingly boring life. I'm not saying that your life is boring, I'm saying that everybody's is.
Regardless, we are thankful that you chose to spend it with us. Here's the news.
Thousands of people in India came together for an annual dung-throwing festival. If you were hoping to attend an American dung-throwing festival, I'm sorry to say you missed it.
A 6th grader in Tennessee came up with an unusual experiment involving his cat's butthole and lipstick. Apparently, the experiment aimed to determine how many surfaces in the home your cat's ass touches. I tried the same experiment, and the results were not great. People are now writing erotic fanfiction about the Evergreen, the ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal. About time. I've read the Diamond Princess fanfic so many times now, I'm ready for some new material.
Also from the Suez Canal fiasco, the UK is reportedly facing a massive garden gnome shortage countrywide thanks to the Evergreen. Worse, the gnomes are nowhere to be found on the ship, and you can only wonder if something terrible has happened. A Buddhist monk has reportedly chopped off his own head for good luck in the afterlife. But oh no, wrong head!
The new James Bond movie No Time to Die is requiring reshoots for now out-of-date product placements. That product? Daniel Craig. Cast Idris Elba!
A man was found guilty after Googling how to burn down my own home. Getting arrested over your search history? Let me set the record straight. I do not want to fuck my stepmom. There is now a weed ambulance in Maine that will deliver marijuana products right to your house. The weed is priced fairly, with a $980 delivery fee.
A Staten Island Republican has apologized for shouting Heil Hitler at a protest and clarified that she actually meant to say Mein Führer. This will come as no surprise to anyone who knows a racist Republican or has ever been to Staten Island.
QAnon supporters believe that this Ivanka Trump vaccine picture is actually photoshopped. You know what? You're right this time, Q. Ivanka is not that good looking. Side note, hey QAnon, if you're watching this, and I seriously hope that you're not because that would mean that we completely missed our target audience, but if you are, please make up the most batshit crazy theories about me. Like that I helped Hillary during Benghazi, even though I was only 13 at the time, or that I'm actually the lizard offspring of Jonah Hill and Chaz Bona.
Security footage captured a Czech woman performing oral sex in order to stop a robbery of a Slovak gas station. The video was quickly uploaded to Pornhub and is titled Slovak Sloppy Toppy. Oklahoma is supposedly trying to return its $2 million stockpile of controversial COVID drug hydroxychloroquine. That's right, folks, your plug in 2021 can actually be an entire state.
A UK teacher who got drunk and took his students to a strip club has been banned from teaching for the next 3 years. 3? Only 3? I went to a strip club on my 18th birthday at midnight on a Tuesday. I'm still scarred from that experience. This man should be in jail for life. The teacher also reportedly verbally threatened a student, yelling to them, "I'll kill you." At least in the American school system, only the kids like to kill.
We'll be right back.
And now a word from our sponsors.
There's no denying it anymore. Podcasts are everywhere. Do you like murder? There's a podcast for you. Is politics more your speed? There's a podcast for you too. Are you a stupid fucking idiot? There's even a podcast for you. The most polarizing podcast out today is Renegades, born in the USA. It's hosted by President Obama and Bruce Springsteen. Here at Spotify, we've learned that we can put 2 completely random celebrities behind a mic and you'll eat that shit right up. So we put a bunch of celebs on a dartboard and went wild. If sports is what you like, check out the Rock Anthem podcast, hosted by Kid Rock and Colin Kaepernick. Spoiler alert, they hate each other. If you're a fan of raw comedy, check out our new podcast, Comedy of Errors, hosted by Jeff Dunham and Lori Lightfoot. Jeff brings his classic biting comedy to the table, and Lori does what she's best known for, being a puppet. Want to learn more about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? Join Jersey natives Chris Christie and Snooki as they discuss this geopolitical mess. Join them on The Gaza Shore, The Bridge to Peace is Closing. Spotify, we've got way too much money. And welcome back to No Budget News. Now, Mickey, it's been a year since the COVID-19 pandemic has raged across the globe, and I guess I'm wondering, 1 year later, how you feeling about everything?
Well, I guess I'm feeling like that is an excellent question to ask wasted Cubs fans outside Wrigley Field.
You know what, Mickey? You're right. That's a damn good idea. And that's exactly what we did for this next segment. Now, was it stupid?
Yes.
But was it wildly entertaining?
Oh, yes. We may have a $0 budget, but...
Talk is cheap.
It's been over a year since we've been in the pandemic, in the throes of it all. How are you feeling about it?
I think everybody at this point is just kind of ready for it to be done. I respect and value the lives of the people who can't protect themselves against the virus. But I think at this point that you kind of just got to do what you're going to do. If you don't feel safe going out, stay home. If you do, let her fucking rip.
How are you feeling now, 1 year later?
I feel a lot better. I got the vaccine.
Oh, which one?
Amazing. Yes, I love that. I got the Pfizer vaccine
The
at
Pfizer?
the United Center. Yes, love that. Some of them I'm a little sketched out about. Johnson & Johnson came out a little late. I don't know if it's fully approved by the FDA. But, yeah, power to everyone that's getting the vaccine. You do you. COVID definitely made me depressed.
How are you guys feeling about it?
Oh, fuck Wuhan.
Fuck Wuhan.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, they're the one that released the virus after the...
Now, let's say the pandemic ends tomorrow. What's the first thing that you're going to do?
Oh my God, go to a bar and talk to a woman. Are you kidding me? Holy shit, that'd be awesome.
Let me ask you, when's the last time you went to a bar and talked to a woman? I'm just curious.
Today.
Pandemic ends tomorrow. What are we doing?
We're going out. Oh, we're getting fucked
Staying
up.
home and hanging out with our friends and having at-home cocktails.
No, we're going out tequila shots with all of our friends. It's gonna be dope.
Tabs on you?
No, it's gonna be on this guy. Bunch of money.
What do you do for a living?
Don't do much. I'm just an influencer.
Parents' money.
It's Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson. Pick your poison.
I guess Pfizer just because I like the name.
I'm a big Pfizer guy because I got some stock of theirs. Moderna, less of a fan, probably fake, probably just a total ripoff. But Pfizer, big buy. It's an undervalued stock.
I'm creating my own vaccination.
You're creating your own vaccination.
Yeah.
With what?
Mostly a lot of creatine, protein powder, and just sheer
Willpower.
toughness.
3 of the vaccines at once. Yeah, it made my dick grow bigger.
Oh, really? Is that a side effect?
Yeah, I'm 3 inches.
You want a camera? Do you need help getting your dick bigger?
Don't we all?
What are your thoughts on Anthony Fauci?
I think he's a great guy. I think he's really done a lot for the country, and truly everyone that disagrees with him, he's a fucking scientist. Everyone can fuck off if they don't agree with him.
Can you name a few things that he's done for the country?
Yes, okay, so he has really just shown a lot of the facts for the country. Also, I'm a little drunk, so I can't fully think of all the facts right now.
I feel like he went to med school. He did his due diligence to
I know idiots that went to med school.
name them.
No, because that's going to hurt their reputation.
Just first names. Hey, who cares about the reputation? Let's hear it.
John. Tony Fauci, I mean, hey, great Italian American. He has a medal of, freedom. I wish him the best. Hey, I hope he figures it the hell out. You know, it's his job. I don't want his job. if we're just talking about Fauci in general, I like that he got in trouble with like hitting on a bunch of chicks, and then he's like, "I'll just legalize weed and everyone will forget about it."
I think you're confusing Fauci with you're confusing Fauci with coma. You're confusing Fauci with coma.
Well, I am drunk, so
Fauci's a fraud.
I'm gonna call Florida and Wisconsin out because Wisconsin. I went to school in Minnesota, and fucking Wisconsin was like, we don't know what COVID is. Fuck you. COVID's still going on. I got COVID from Wisconsin.
You got COVID?
I had COVID from Wisconsin at a gas station because someone sneezed on me.
I am way too strong for COVID.
Do you know what your body temperature is today? Just checking in.
99.8.
Yeah, I took it earlier. It was fun. It was good. It was decent. It was decent.
What up, Cubs? Go Cubs, go!
99.7.
You're watching No Budget News.
101.1.
Go Cubs, go, baby! Have you guys been on any hookup apps during the pandemic?
Successful? No.
I'm not gonna get laid tonight anyways.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Why?
Yeah, I mean, you're on all the dating apps. Why don't you just like cycle through all those and just start swiping right? Yeah, he told me himself he's on all the dating apps.
I am though. Why do I know I need to pay for sex? Is that why you're asking?
No. I'm asking, why don't you think you're gonna get laid tonight?
No one prompted that. I haven't got any offers yet, and it's already like 4 p.m.
How has the hookup apps changed for you since the pandemic started?
I'm not trying to fuck anyone that's crazy about the fact that COVID's not real. That's for sure. That is for fucking sure.
But you'll fuck someone who does believe it's real.
Yes!
Hey, well, who's hotter, Anthony Fauci or Chris Bryant?
Ooh, what a question.
That's a good question.
I have to go Anthony Fauci.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fauci as well. He's hot. That's Chris Bryant all day.
Chris Bryant, every day.
I hate KB. Get him off the team.
Well, I have no problem with Fauci. He's beautiful as well, but Chris Bryant's prettier.
Chris Bryant by a mile, yeah.
Why by a mile?
Chris Bryant is a very attractive dude. His eyes are, I'm straight, but Chris Bryant's eyes, I get lost in them.
Wait, get him to say you're watching.
Yeah, everyone crowd together.
Yep.
And we're all gonna.
What's the slogan?
We're all gonna say.
You're watching No Budget News.
Everyone, all together.
You're watching No Budget News.
Hey, thank you guys so much.
Welcome back to No Budget News. Now, I haven't performed live stand-up much in the past year, something that I used to love to do before COVID-19. But I do remember doing a very unique 5-minute set on the back of a pickup truck last summer. The show was called Comedy Pickup, and in a time where countless theaters throughout the city were closed, it provided a place for the Chicago comedy scene to continue to live on.
The two creators, local comedians Ryder Olle and Donovan Strong O'Donnell, eventually took the show on the road, with Comedy Pickup doing pop-up shows in countless cities across the country. Today, we're happy to say that we have Comedy Pickup in the studio, so please welcome Ryder Olle and Donovan Strong O'Donnell.
How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. How does it feel to be the first guests on No Budget News?
Honored. We feel honored.
Yeah. You don't have to lie, we know what we are.
Well, it's cool. It's cool that like all of us sitting here with our masks off, and then once you turn on the cameras, you made us put our masks on.
So what was it that drove you to comedy in the first place?
My truck. Because it's a truck show.
Yeah. So I performed at one of your shows, and I saw one as an audience member, and also I discovered you guys just like walking by on the street.
Yeah.
Were you expecting it to be as successful as it was?
No, but then when it did not continue to just reach to the fucking moon, I was very disappointed. And like that was kind of like what last year kind of I think was it, because we did it so many times, we could do it at so many locations, and some locations would be surprisingly gems. And that was kind of an element that I really loved of it, was we did 55 or so shows in Chicago last year.
Wow.
At like 40 so locations.
Yeah.
And like some of those locations were so sweet and some were really bad.
When we did shows, he was like really adamant about us getting some kind of money to comedians and things like that. Even when we weren't really, like there were some nights, because we had a tip bucket. So like sometimes we do well and sometimes we wouldn't, But no matter what, he was always like, we gotta like pay out these guys and like appreciate their time for coming out to do this showcase. And so And I think that having that, despite it being like, I mean, in the back of a fucking like you can't imagine a more ridiculous place to do a show. Right. Despite that, it like gave it a level of, like validity. Yeah, like made it a thing.
Well, I'll say too, like when I saw the show and I realized that it wasn't a MAGA rally, some guy screaming off the end of it.
A lot of people
comedy. When I realized it, and I was like, oh, comedy on a pickup. Why does that make sense? Like it kind of just clicked. Like, oh yeah, that is the way to do stand-up. Do you think that when the world gets back to normal, these types of shows will continue, or do you think this is just a trend?
I think it'll both have to adapt. I think this summer I think it could be just as popular as last summer.
How's it going? I'm Ryder Olle, but I'm only Ryder Olle because I changed my name. I had to change my name recently. Because every time I would go out, the people would shout, they would go, "That's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt!" I said, "That's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt!" And it just got super repetitive,
Hecklers, obviously, big part of comedy.
Huge.
How are they different? How are like the outside hecklers different from hecklers you would get in a comedy club?
I think the biggest difference is like, we can't stop them at the truck show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at a comedy club, you can kind of mess with them a little bit, but then eventually if it goes too far, you can just be like, yo, either shut up or like you gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
But we can't. We're not allowed to throw people out of a fucking park.
One of the other hecklers we had was some weird MAGA dad in Lincoln Park, like there was like some apartment that's clearly these people.
And then like fist fought his stepson or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's visiting his son. He's some out of town like Nebraska. He's like all Nebraska gear up or whatever.
It was Bama. I know.
Oh yeah, it was Bama. It was Alabama. 100%. Well, of course it was. And then he's just like threatening to he's like threatening like what? And he's like
he literally walks up and goes, "Say something about Trump!" And I was like,
none of us,
yeah, none of us care about him anymore. That's so dead in comedy. Like, people do that shit where they're like, I'm like, dude, if you and your friends are making jokes about it, we've already done our job.
But then, he's clearly pro-Trump, and then his son's like, "Dad, calm down." And then he tries to fight his son in front of all of us.
He fist fought him.
He was fighting his son in front of all of us.
That was crazy.
It's shit like that.
And did that do better than the comics that night?
That was just, that added an
that was
insanity
like weird
to
because
that was annoying because that was actually the comics were doing well.
Last year, cops shot and killed 1,008 citizens, which is too many. There were 44 cops shot and killed by citizens. So that ratio, if you set that up right, that means that teachers, right? Because teachers shot and killed 0 students, okay, last year, but 8 teachers were shot and killed by students. So that means if you do the math, teachers are allowed to murder 235 students a year. It'll be great. We'll set up like a conference. All the teachers will get together. We'll be like, "This is little Johnny. He already wears sleeveless shirts. We should just kill him now." This is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for bitch, and she's gotta die. Some of these kids, guys.
So for any of our viewers watching right now, who would want to do one of your shows, how would they get a spot?
If you come to our open mic once and you do good and you ask to get on a show, we'll talk.
If you're a killer, we'll put you up. And at Comedy Pickup on Instagram.
And
We'll
drop the tag
right here.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it over you.
We'll put the Facebook up there too.
Okay.
And a small picture of me and Donovan making love.
In those sweaters.
Yeah, in our matching sweaters.
In the back of the pickup.
Yeah, in the back of the pickup.
COVID jokes, are they tired already?
It's more of like with anything, it's not that it's like dead. I mean, you could talk about the Civil War if you got a good joke. Like, it doesn't matter how old. You could talk about like, whatever.
Give me a Civil War joke.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, give me one.
So it's crazy. Ulysses S. Grant was supposed to be there at Ford's Theater the night of Lincoln's assassination, right? But his wife had this ghost come to her the night before and warn her, like, "Hey, he's going to be assassinated." She convinced him to stay home, and he warned Lincoln. He said, "Lincoln, I mean, my wife, she's telling me a ghost came and said you're going to get assassinated." He's like, well, that's crazy. But then he got assassinated, so ghosts are real. So that's why Civil War jokes aren't that funny. That's why
I did set you up for that joke. I knew of this joke. I've heard it.
It's not working.
I love that. I think it's great. But anyways, the point being is, it's like you could do it. I mean, I have of course, I'm sure you have one. Like I have them. It's just a matter of like, is it gonna be the best?
Yeah. When I was down in
pandemic joke out, probably not. But try it. See how it goes.
Okay, my biggest question for you two. Did you have a name for the pickup? Did you ever name your pickup?
Oh, did I ever name my pickup? No, I didn't. It was my grandfather's pickup. Mm-hmm. So, I couldn't think of a good name for it. I kept forgetting. My grandfather died of Alzheimer's, so that's a little...
Oh, no.
Alzheimer's joke.
When I was a kid, I called it Old Timers, and I thought that's what
that's
it's called.
hilarious.
I think that is funny. That's what
You are good. You were a funny kid.
Thank you.
You were destined for this.
I'm a serial monogamist. It's true. I'm a serial monogamist. And that means, just the last, 6 months, I've only been having sex with one bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And it's super frothy. It's basically like yogurt with Cinnamon Toast Crunch in it. And let's be honest, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch isn't so crunchy anymore. So it's just sad, soggy bits of cinnamon. Who've been used, let's be honest. I'm not a nice lover. Oh, that's gross.
So, fuck, marry, kill, Pfizer, Moderna, J&J.
Well, kill, it sounds like J&J for sure.
That's what I got.
I don't know, it's only one shot. Blood clots? Come on.
True.
Just get a stint. Who gives a shit?
I'm Pfizer gang, halfway through Pfizer gang.
Moderna, I got my first shot.
So fuck or marry Pfizer?
I guess it's marry Pfizer and I'd fuck Moderna. I think is how it goes.
I guess I'm marrying Moderna and fucking Pfizer since I got my first Moderna.
Okay. I'm into it.
Yeah. I'm only doing it.
He'll watch.
I got a fuck, marry, kill for you guys. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Charmin bears, Berenstein bears, and Goldilocks' 3 bears.
Oh, God, that was a good fuck, marry, kill.
I'm definitely marrying the Berenstein bears because my grandma wants me to marry into a nice Jewish family.
Of course.
I'd have to agree because I grew up on that, so I can't just fuck.
Jewish families or bears?
Bears.
Okay.
If you're into scat, the Charmin bears are your thing.
Yeah.
Wait, which bears?
The Charmin bears.
Oh, Charmin bears.
Oh, that's who I'm fucking, by the way.
Yeah,
because they're clean.
Yeah.
Well, that and also Charmin's just you gotta have good toilet paper. This is one of my big. I will make fun of people's toilet paper in their house. I will roast the shit out of you if you have one ply.
The Goldilocks bears, the beds are right there. One's too soft, one's too hard, one's too hard.
Right, the daddy's too hard, too hot. So.
There's nothing hotter than a Papa Bear cuck.
Oh, that was good.
Well, there you go, folks. Comedy Pickup will be returning to Chicago this summer and throughout the country. Of course, you can check out their socials in the bio down below or, up here if we fucking want to do that. Thank you again, Ryder and Donovan.
Yeah, appreciate you guys for coming out. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
You're watching No Budget News!
Now here at No Budget News, we don't just tell jokes. We also keep you, the viewers, updated on what's happening in your city.
So joining us now, live in the studio, is the No Budget News meteorologist, the Weatherman. The Weatherman?
Thanks, guys. Welcome to the weather. I'm the Weatherman. It's going to be in the 60s this week, but it's going to rain every day, so who cares? Dodgers and Pirates are in town this week, but those might get canceled now. I mean, the Dodgers I'm okay with, but the Pirates, that's 3 wins. Gone. Poof. I've been doing some research into the opposite of rain dances. My theory is if you do it backwards, it will cause a drought. Only problem is, every time I start a bonfire in the street in front of my brownstone, a cop always shows up and arrests me. But I do anything for the Cubbies.
The weather, perhaps we could focus on the weather.
What do you think I'm doing, alright? This isn't weather small talk. Oh, sure, look sunny out. Yeah, but to what the man said it was gonna rain. Nah, This is the real shit. The way the weather was intended to be presented. I'm giving you the real weather. I'm talking great. I'm talking Weatherman in Chicago. Do you know what the hell I live in? It compounds. It breaks you down the handrail. It's just everyday snow, cold, wet. I didn't see the sun until I was a man, and by then it was blinding. So if a backwards rain dance can make the next to Weatherman have one nice day, then for me, it's worth it. Because I fight for you, Chicago. As long as it's not a literal fight, because I will lose.
Thanks, the weather. Anything else?
Yeah, it's gonna be super fucking windy every day. Go Cubs! I don't control the weather, but I'm trying.
The Weatherman! Always great hearing from him.
Absolutely.
A huge thank you again to the Comedy Pickup guys and you, the viewers at home, for tuning in.
Well, that's it for us at No Budget News. If we didn't fulfill all 3 of our promises, we promise you a full refund.
But for now, I'm Jared Lee Wiseman.
I'm Mickey Green.
And live from New York!
You're watching the No Budget News. You're watching the No Budget News.